Hi there. This is a quick video to show you how to set up a Google Forms to let your students evaluate how well they understand today's course objectives. So let's get going. So first, you need to have a Google account for this. So assuming you have one already set up, from your Gmail or your Google account, you click on this waffle tab and go down to where it says Forms. It's a purple icon. And it will pull up the page. It looks like this. Okay, if you want a blank form, you can click on this. However, Google has some templates that you can pick from. So I like to do one that maybe looks kind of fun, or maybe has to do with, more academics. So I'm going to do this one called Course Evaluation. The templates are really handy because they can show you how to already have some questions set up, which might be handy for you depending on your needs for your class. Cool. So Google likes to give you tips, but I'm just going to title this one. So this is for students to evaluate how they feel for the objective. So first, I'm going to title this up in this top left-hand corner. Right now it's called Course Evaluation. I'm going to retitle it Daily Objective Evaluation Student Form. If you want, you can also star it so that it's easy for you to locate later if you're planning on using it frequently, which I am for my class. Cool. I also usually like this title to match what I titled it, so I'm going to type in Daily Objective Evaluation again. And this is the area you would like to type instructions to the student. So for my students, I'm going to say, please let's say rate yourself how well you understand and can perform today's daily objective. Because this is a form that is going to be used regularly, and I don't want to have to create a new form every time I teach a lesson, the first question I am going to ask is for the student to please type in today's daily objective below. An alternate way that you could do this same type question is you could say select today's daily objective from the list below, and you could do check boxes. I'm going to do short answer just because I want my students to actually have to type in the daily objective and remember, what it is that they're doing. This question is, you want it to be required if it isn't yet. And then if you want any other additional settings, there are a few down here, but that's good for now. So first they're going to type in the daily objective. Next, I would like to get their name and their class. Short answer, required is important here. And actually, I'm going to keep it there. Sometimes I like to rearrange things, but we'll keep it there. Okay. Next, they are supposed to evaluate themselves. And before we move on, I actually just thought about some of the lessons sometimes have more than one daily objective. So up here, I'm going to add objectives as so. All right. And then the next question I would like to have them do is this evaluation. The nice thing about using the pre-prepared template from Google Forms is that it already has this question kind of structured for us. So I really like that. So on here, we want the students to rank themselves. How well do you understand today's objective? Objectives, maybe. Okay. And if you want to view what this question will look like, just click over here and then it will show you all of these. Okay. So yeah, pretty nice. Already set up for us. Okay. So one more thing we want to change on here is this row. We want to title it level of understanding. Cool. All right. If you ever have any questions on here, like this one, where you don't need it, you can just trash it. So we have the ranking. We have this question. I'm going to get rid of it. Another question. This is just more of a shorter survey for our students. We don't want it to have too many questions because they're just evaluating. All right, this is an important question. I want to ask my students, what concepts are still confusing to you? And I'm also going to add in what concepts or problems are still confusing to you. That way they're able to tell me in detail if there's anything they're stuck on. I also like to ask my students about their strengths. So what concepts, problems do you feel confident in? Gives the student a good time to reflect and, feel good about what they did. I don't require either of those because sometimes students don't feel comfortable or they don't feel really good about something. So, yeah. And lastly, I am going to rank this question, and it's going to say, how well, or let's see, sorry. How many problems from the assignment did you get correct today? And we're going to change this to a short answer because it depends on the lesson and the assignments. This one is required. And there you go. Pretty easy. So there's a lot of different, this one we want required. There's a lot of different question types you can add to your Google form, but if you're doing something similar to me, that's as simple as it gets. So it's saved as you go. Once students respond, you'll click responses, and you want to make sure it's accepting responses, which right now it is. Later, when we get some more responses, you can view them, and you're able to click this, which says create spreadsheet, and it will open it, show you responses there, or you can just view them on the Google form here, which is what I like to do. All right, when you're ready to give this to your students or embed it into a web page, you can click send. And I like to do the embed HTML code. Unless you're just sending this out electronically, then you can click on the link. You can also have this choice to shorten the URL, which I don't know why it doesn't do that in the first place, but then it's a little more nice and concise. All right, you just click copy, and then you go and you paste it into whatever you're using, be that an email, a QR code that you want to make, your LMS system, whatever you want. And that is how you create your Google form for your survey.